Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
Tunisia.
Nah,
Tunisia's
them
a
Swedish bitches,
yeah.
though.
But
Swiss Miss?
They're dudes.
But still, if the dudes win, the Swedish chicks takes off their shirts. At least that's how it works for Brazil and Mexico.
tarps off in Sweden. Tarps off.
I suppose I can support that with both my hands.
And your mouth. You make me wish I had 3 hands, baby.
3 mouths. Fuck that. Like,
You
hello,
know what
everybody.
comes out of those things.
It's been a long time.
Not always. One day, dude, there's somebody else's. That's not my jam. long time no see. Us. Welcome.
Long time no see since we've all been on time. Because
Mostly.
last time we weren't all on time.
Somebody was 6
Somebody
minutes
was
late
sleeping.
today. Somebody was 6 minutes late today. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Look, my team lost, okay? You're lucky
They
I'm
lost
even
before
here.
9 o'clock, son. They lost or 8 o'clock. They lost before top of the hour. I don't want to hear that. You could have slammed a couple of shots and a beer and like drowned your sorrows and jumped online, and still would have been on time.
I had to put clothes on. So I was watching from the pool.
That and stare at some boobies. That too.
That's true.
Or not.
Important stuff. Or almost not.
No, there was
good
boob.
luck.
There was boob. She's not Swedish.
So as y'all, what y'all jumped into was a Swedish versus Tunisia conversation because they're playing each other in the World Cup right now in the 54th minute. So when y'all see me looking this way, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the game. You might get a reaction.
Not even interested in a fucking podcast. That's fine.
We ain't
There's
talking
like
about nothing yet. So I'm the one who's doing all the talking. Bring up the topic, son. Until you do, I'm over
Wow,
here
Lou
watching
doing
this
all the
game.
talking? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
never
weird,
happened.
Weird.
Super
yeah,
rare.
Lou
Super
just vamping and just taking over
Middle
the
of our
podcast.
third season, Lou's finally talking.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna break out of my shyness. One of these days. Today's not that day.
Well, next week, old girl's going to be like, man, I've never heard you talk so much before. Were you getting parched? You were getting dehydrated, weren't you, with all that talking?
Right?
I was. You see me doing this, and like, oh man, need my grape drink. It's way back there in the fridge. I ain't going over there. It's too far. I'm lazy.
All right. Are we going way back to what happened previous to my vacation, Fan Expo in Denver and EDC? Or are we going to finish up my vacation?
We didn't finish your vacation?
I was in the middle of my vacation, bruh.
Or you were on vacation when that shit happened, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
So then I came home, and then you showed up, and I was still on vacation.
That's right.
We had one
Forgot
day
about that.
between. I mean, we can move forward. It's fine. I mean, I
don't know.
I think my EDC stories are pretty short. I don't know how Lou's
Well, let's just
Fan
cover them
Expo
then.
stuff
If they're
will
short.
Yeah,
Fan
let's
Expo's
get
gonna
out of
be
the way.
short too. Yeah, I mean,
All right, do Fan
let's,
Expo
because
then.
you know
Let's go.
me. Hold on. Y'all know me. If we don't go in order, I'm gonna be twitching over here. So Jack needs to finish his story. I'm gonna be twitching over here.
All right, Fan Expo Denver, which is a traveling show, right? Like Fan Expo, they have them all
Not
over, right?
Quite. It's just that Fan Expo as a company just had different shows in different cities.
But I'm saying
I'm
it's
not
always
sure.
like Fan Expo Indianapolis, Fan
And
Expo
then pick
Portland,
your
Fan
city.
Expo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like 10 or 15 of them throughout the year.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, oh, you stupid, dumb, how do you miss the ball? Fucking Sweden. So at the same time that.
No, well, since they updated everything, they have like pre-made sounds.
Oh, well.
All right,
He's
Lou.
off that end. And I feel like it was going on at the same time, which is really weird. So, yeah. For those into the Hobbits, it did present a problem because the 4 Hobbits from Lord of the Rings were at Fan Expo Philly Friday, Saturday. Philly's expo was only 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ours was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But for Friday, Saturday, they were in Philly. So for us, they were only here for one day on Sunday, which is the shortest day. And their lines were ridiculous. I had no interest in a photo ops or anything like that, but I wanted to go see what the line looked like. And holy hell, it was craziness. Did get a chance on that day to go watch the what the hell, Rhys Davies, is that his name? The Indiana Jones dude, dwarf.
Sala.
Gimli. Yeah,
John Rhys Davies.
John Rhys Davies. There we go. So his panel he did with I don't remember the lady's name, maybe Miranda, the lady who the lady warrior from Part 2, the white girl who wanted Aragon. Actual character name, but either way, those two had a panel together.
Liv Tyler.
No. The one who was in competition was Liv Tyler for the king's niece or something. I guess it was the king who was under a spell in Part 2. His niece, the one who wasn't supposed to show up and fight in Part 3, but she showed up anyway. The two of them had a panel
and stabbed the runway in the face.
Yeah, exactly that one. That panel was hilarious. John Rhys Davies, he was like, he had no energy. Yeah, sure. Every time there was a question, he stood up out of his director chair and told the story. It was absolutely hilarious. I don't know that they don't do this, but if they had the if YouTube has the Denver Fan Expo Denver panels, oh my God, I'd probably rewatch that one even though I was there. This shit was so damn.
Morwen?
Was that her name?
Robin Malcolm? I'm looking at the list of people from the Two Towers.
Okay.
I'm looking at the white girls.
She was basically the main white girl, the one who ended up with...
Or Miranda Otto.
Yeah, that's her.
Yowen.
That's her.
Yowen?
I did say her name was Miranda, so I got that right.
Your Elvin sucks, Duke.
My Elvin's terrible. I will admit that. You're right.
That does remind me. Speaking of Elvin, then the other panel we saw for that day was Legolas panel.
Orlando Bloom.
Cool dude. I did not know that Lord of the Rings was his first role while he was still like in acting school. He had was just about to finish acting school and got that role of all things.
And then he went to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Then he went to Pirates, 3 years later.
And then he went to Katy Perry.
Yeah, I learned that too. Old girl had to educate me on the thing.
Can you give me the Cliff Notes on Orlando Bloom?
Yeah, right. It was super cool. It was like I did so many panels. Part of it because I was broke. Part of it because I just didn't have anything. Like I could have bought stuff. There was Skull Sweden 3-1. So there wasn't just much to buy. Like the floor was super ghetto. Like the vendors that were there were just more like garage sale, your typical 10 by 10, I don't know, man, consignment store type stuff. It was just basically that's what it looked like. It looked like a bunch of me's showed up with all their extra shit and was like, hey, let's get rid of this. It was not good buying because both of us were like, okay, let's see what we can get. So I still had a budget. I still had about 500 to 1,000 I could have spent, and I couldn't do it. I swear I spent more on filling up my daily cup, the $10 I paid for my Wild Bill's cup each day, and then finally buying a lid and a straw for it after 4 years. But I spent more on that. I'm just walking around. It's like, okay. The biggest vendor was probably a Weta. They were there doing something, but I wasn't interested in it. But they were doing something that a decent line going to third place. But it was like the art, okay, same crap that I've seen before. Comics, I'm not huge into that unless Jack wants something signed, and he didn't this time. So it was just like, all right. So we ended up watching panels, and a lot of them. It was like 4 panels a day, which is unheard of. I don't know. I can remember going back to San Diego.
That's some of the best Comic Cons.
It really was. It was super chill. Did not overdo it. In between panels, I would go down and refill my Wild Bill's cup, then come back up. It was
overdo it,
chill.
but he still slept late. I was late till the pod last week.
Well, yeah, I didn't overdo it
2 weeks.
past the con, but still got to get up early, get parking. I ain't trying to walk around. I want to park at the convention center. But you know what, though?
Overall, it was
weird.
good because of the panels.
What's that?
Like, it was good not for traditionally what you go to cons for. But it was good because you were able to pivot and do other stuff because there was enough interesting panels that were happening that you were able to keep your interest up throughout the entire weekend.
Very, very much so. That mattered too. The fact that there were enough panels, because the bigger panels anyway, the smaller classroom panels, like the smaller, there was not a lot of that going on. I won't.
What did
you
learn in your podcasting 101?
No, I had to skip that one for a Roosevelt shirt.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I guess we're not improving the podcast anymore. Sorry, guys.
Nope. It is what it is.
At Comic-Con at San Diego. I think we missed that one first. Roosevelt last year, too, at San Diego. So
stupid Roosevelt's causing problems. So without going into too much detail, unless y'all want some details, the panels I went to, because I saved them, it was the Mandalorian one that had the Brendan Wayne, and I can't remember the bad guy from the newest movie. He was also in season 3. Coin, yeah.
Which
so
is
those
actually
two,
his real name too.
Yep. Good panel. Brendan Wayne, freaking awesome. So much respect. Did not know much about him. I actually asked a question for the first time ever at any con. Well, that's not true. I think I asked one before, like 10 years ago. But I did ask a question. Just want to know what he thought about the credits, the name being up there in the front, and he was super honored. I was like, oh, right on, cool. And then later that day, I did the David Tennant panel. He's a hoot. That dude was so cool. Next day was Ralph Macchio, and then Bryce Dallas Howard, and then some of the voices of the Transformers: Frank Welker, who does Megatron, Michael Bell, who does Prowl.
How was the Bryce Dallas Howard one?
Bryce Dallas Howard was super cool. I did not realize she was so she was so I don't know if shy is the right word, but she's got like certain mental issues that kind of not even that. It's like certain food she doesn't like. It's harder for her to eat. She was telling just the different personal stuff, like texture of food matters to her, so it's difficult for her to eat a lot of times.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like when she's on set and stuff, she said she has a lot of blended, like shake type drinks for food for stuff. She makes sure she gets her nutrition, but she does it that way versus food. You know what I mean?
Like catering.
I did not know
catering is
any
so
of that
random
about her. Yep, and forgetful. Like she would get to a set and not know which way to go. So she was telling a story about how when she go to get to a set, there'd be, because she's always got dropped off the same spot, there'd be arrows telling her which way to go for different things, like makeup's over here and this is over here. But she was so chill. I hope she gets an opportunity to do more, whether it be with Star Wars or other things, because she brought up something at the panel. The girl might remember what it was, but I don't, because it's me. But something about direct. Oh, I remember now. The Land Before Time. I think that's the dinosaur cartoon from a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a dinosaur.
She wants to do like a live action of that, and I was like, "Girl, just direct it yourself." I mean, shit. See if they'll give you the funds. But
and then Lou was like, "Do you got gloves in your purse? Because I got gloves in my purse. Can we relate right now?"
That's what I'm saying. We can be glove buddies.
Glove buddies.
No glove, no love. Come on now. And then the next day, Saturday. Oh, that was the mall panel with Matt Wood and Sam Whitworth. Blah, blah, blah. That was
Sam Whitworth seems like the coolest fucking guy in the world.
Bruh, absolutely. He was like, he so fucking
gets
chill.
It. Like when it comes to Star Wars, like he gets it, right?
Oh yeah,
like he's like almost he's almost kind of Filoni-esque in like the acting realm when it comes to Star Wars. Like,
but not even that. When we went to go get my badge autographed at the last celebration, me and Lou sat there and talked to him like 10 minutes about Kenobi because it had just aired the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And he just went on for like 10 minutes about Kenobi and like lore, and he couldn't tell us too much because he'd seen more of it at that point. But he's like, no, but yeah, you're right. He's very, very much like Dave.
Super humble,
love
too,
and respect for Star Wars. And yeah, he understands his position that, he gets the love that he gets for what he does.
I mean, I remember a bunch of this. I remember a bunch of the stuff around like when Phantom Menace came out, and like Hayden and Natalie and all of them were like, "Oh, I didn't understand how big this was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't understand that this was going to be a mark in my life, right? Like, 25 years on, people are going, "Oh, it's Amidala. Oh, it's Darth Vader," right? Like, but I think Whitwer always understood that, like from the beginning,
getting into
like,
it.
Yeah,
yeah, he totally.
Even though he was just Starkiller, like he was a video game character, but like his I think because he understood it, it was easy for them to bring him back in, kind of a Matt Wood type of thing. I think both of them, Matt Wood, the same type of thing. I mean, he was just doing effects, like he was just a sound guy, and now he's General fucking Grievous, right? And like is still very relevant in the world. Sorry, I didn't mean to take you over there, Luke, but please go on.
No. It's a great segue, especially with Matt Wood, because he was telling a story about how they were trying to voice Grievous, and they didn't really like too much of the sound they were getting. So he snuck one in that he did of himself. And that was the one that they picked that they liked. And it was like, you want that one, huh? Like, who is this person? And it was like, oh, that's me. It was a pretty cool story that Wood stuck himself in there for that one. Obviously, he did Fortuna in Phantom Menace as well, but yeah, he was less of a dick than he was the first time I met him at Celebration 3. Matt Wood was an absolute dick when I met him back then. So, and David,
he probably didn't know how to deal with people then.
Probably, I'm sure. I think, let's be fair, that was 2005. We're 21 years later, so. And it showed. He showed a lot more maturity. Again, a lot more humbleness. He was a chill dude. He was not a chill dude in 2005. I can't remember David's last name, but the one who voiced Spybot.
Accord.
What's
Accord.
it?
No, Dave
McCord.
What?
Accord.
No, it's
Accord. David Accord. Oh wait, only if I had the thing right here in front of me that said David Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, David.
Okay.
Yeah, David
Sam
Collins,
Witwer, Vanessa Marshall, David Collins, and Matt Wood. So I'm like, wait a minute, it's right there in the thing I have pulled up.
Was that with you guys? When I saw him do the whole thing about Duel of the Fates? It was like 2 celebrations ago. I went into I was trying to find a panel to do when I was off hours. I think it was two celebrations ago, and he was doing one thing. Maybe Anaheim.
London, technically, was
I think
two celebrations.
Well, the U.S. based. Sorry.
Well, in that case, it would have been Anaheim. No, it would have been Chicago 19, right?
He didn't go to Chicago.
I think it was Chicago. Yeah.
Did you go to Chicago?
Yeah, I worked Chicago. But I went into. It must have been one of the other guys I was working with on the diorama. But we went into a thing where he is like a music guy. He's like a fucking huge music guy, Collins. And so he did a whole hour talking about I think it was the Duel of the Fates, relating to he was kind of deconstructing it, talking about how all of the parts, for Duel of the Fates, were reflective of the different parts of the Star Wars galaxy at the time. And he was lifting, different instruments out and playing just those instruments and talking about how those, this is very similar to Leia's theme, and this is very similar to da-da-da type of thing. And it was very, very cool. Because I love that kind of stuff where it's people deconstructing things because they hear something that we don't hear. I've heard Duel of the Fates a 1,000 times. Yeah. But to hear somebody else talk about it who's kind of almost listening to it on a different level, to me was super interesting. So I've always had appreciation for David Collins. And I think he's also been a host during a couple of the celebrations. He's one of the people that goes from panel to panel and is
moderating.
The host. Yeah, moderator.
Yeah.
So, sorry. But so he was on there too? So.
Yeah. So it was the 4 of them. As a matter of fact, I think the next day, old girl got his autograph on a Spybot print. I think it was Maul and Spybot in the picture. And Sam's line was obviously ridiculous. So she got David's autograph, and I think at Celebration next year she'll get Sam's on the same picture. That's the other thing. Sam was so cool during the panel. when he's talking about everybody and how they get along and how everybody loves each other. He was like, yeah, if you go to my line, I mean, go to theirs too. Get something signed by them. He was trying to deflect because he knows he's the guy. Like, let's be real, he knows he's the guy. But he was trying to deflect that to make sure the other three got people to show up to get signatures as well. It was pretty cool, and she did get David's. Her son got all four of them. He was in line 4 hours to get Sam's, and then went over to get the other ones pretty easily. So. But it was a really good panel, great camaraderie. You could tell. Talking with him for about 10 minutes because nobody in his line that morning. So talking with David for about 10 minutes. Super cool dude, and because we could appreciate the way he can make a robot emote and all that. It was just, and then obviously, not obviously, but he voiced one of the characters in Force Unleashed as well. So he worked with Sam before.
He was this robot,
a lot of things, a lot of
pilot or something.
Yeah, exactly. They all like have worked together in the past. So it was like, all right, cool. So that was a really good panel. Later that day was Luke Cage.
That was Friday?
That was Saturday.
Or are we on Saturday? Okay, Saturday.
Yeah, that was the first one Saturday. And then the next one Saturday was Mike Coulter, Luke Cage from the Netflix series /
chocolate.
Disney. Dude, bro, you ain't lying. I went to his panel to make sure I got laid that night because old girl was all about that. I forgot how Dark Brother was though. In person, it was like, damn. Can y'all turn the lights up?
He was also in Forward Until Dawn, the Halo
Evil?
movie. No, Forward.
He was in something evil. Because everybody was telling me to watch it in line. They're like, yo, you got to watch Mike Coulter in Evil or something evil, whatever. But either way, almost everybody was rated. I was like, all right, I'll add it to the list because everybody kept talking about it. But he was in Plane, which unfortunately is not getting the sequel that it was supposed to, because Gerard Butler said no. You got other things going on, and it made money. It made money for him. So it was like, all right. It was supposed to pick up his story, like how he left. Did you guys watch Plane?
That was one of the million movies that we were making fun of earlier. Why can't I think of his name?
Wow. Ben Kingsley?
Yeah, Ben Kingsley was in like a million movies this summer.
But yeah, it was a decent movie. I'm not going to say it was fantastic, but it was a decent movie, good watch. And the way it ended, it was going to follow his story. But they started it, and then Gerard Butler was like, no, thanks. So anyway, it was a good panel. He was a cool dude, super chill. And the last panel of the night was Dolph Lundgren, which obviously was amazing. He's a funny dude, too. He again, super chill, the whole thing. And then I already mentioned the next day with the Lord of the Rings with John Reese and Miranda, and then Orlando Bloom that day. And that was all the panels that I saw. She saw a couple more that I didn't, like X-Files panels. One with just Mulder and Scully, and one with like most of the crew, most of the cast. She saw those. She said it wasn't the best. Like they were not the best panel. One of them, the moderator didn't show up. So they kind of ran it themselves, and it wasn't very good. The next one, they would just not answer questions, or they would not remember the show. The show's been off for 20 plus years, so they're like, "Hey, so what did you guys think about this? What was your favorite this?" Or what was all the questions? And they couldn't answer because they didn't remember.
Of season 4, you interacted with this character. What was the day on set like that day?
Damn well, comic book guy was there asking that question too.
Yep. So. Right.
Yep. But yeah, again, mostly panels that killed the day for us. There wasn't even a whole lot of, a lot of times it was, okay, let's go lunch, find some place downtown. Because breakfast every day, always the same spot. It's called Sam's number 3. I love that place. One of those you order for one because you're going to get enough for 2. Not that we did that, but still. And it worked out, though, because eating a big-ass breakfast, I was not hungry during lunch. It was like breakfast and dinner and maybe a snack. Maybe. I didn't have a snack every day in between. I was so full from breakfast, and it worked out.
Which is unlike Comic-Con, where you have snacks in the morning and then that's it until dinner.
Sometimes you ain't lying, man. You've been there. So that
all of a sudden it's 6 o'clock and you're like, oh, shit, I haven't eaten. I had some fruit snacks in the morning out of Jack's bag.
Yeah, I'm all like, yeah, that tracks.
So that's awesome that you were able to at least kind of get food, like instead of just kind of inadvertently
like
starving yourself.
Exactly. Like I said, I wanted to get there early for con parking, so because there's only like 700 and something parking spaces available because they're doing construction in it, so it cuts down the amount. So we got there early. They didn't open till 10. They let us in at 9:30. It's supposed to be 10 to 7, but 9:30 was literally 9:30 to 7. So we get there at 8, get our parking, then go down the street for breakfast, and then get back about 20 minutes before they open. Shit you could not do in San Diego, right? I'm going to show 20 minutes in line before they open on 50th in line. Yeah, that ain't happening in San Diego. But yeah, it worked out.
You wouldn't be in until noon.
She had... for real, if you tried that, yeah, you're taking a while before you get in. And yeah, she didn't make the first day on Thursday because she had work. But yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was basically. And her son came with us. Well, we met him there for breakfast and everything. Saturday and Sunday. So Friday it was just us, and then Saturday, Sunday, all three of us had breakfast, and then we split up when we got there. Like we're going to panels or whatever, or picking up Roosevelt, and he's going up to. He had his friends there as well, and he would do them, so meet up with them. But
so you had like a nerdy 21st birthday week.
Very much so, right? To have him go to Disney the week after.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, it was very quiet. Did not buy a whole lot. Kind of wanted to, but it was like nothing to buy. It was like, oh, cool. Well, I already got this like car decals. Oh, an Imperial insignia. I already got 4 of those. Like, oh, an Decepticon insignia. I already got 2 of those. It's like, all right, it's the same vendors that I had seen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They mixed Nothing up the new. Flavors for Wild Bill, so I got to enjoy the variety of flavors.
You talked to the BB Create guy for a bit, right?
We did. The very first day, that Thursday, I chatted with him for about 15 minutes. And then on the next day, Friday, brought a girl so she could pick whatever pin she wanted, and chatted another 10, 15 minutes. So until people started showing up, and I was like, okay, we'll get out of your way now.
Did you find out where in the fuck he was for Rose City Comic Con last year?
No, you know what? I brought it up, but the subject got changed. Okay, this is crazy timing. I brought it up, but then somebody in his booth needed him for something, and then we just didn't get back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did bring it up though.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, he's been told if somebody brings up Rose City, pull me away.
Yeah. If you hear the words Rose City Comic Con, say, hey, I need your help.
I know, right? Also, Jack already brought this up from his Vegas con with BB Create there, but they did mention the San Diego pins with the Marvel panel, and you get each of the pins make a comic book scene. So I was like, okay, that's super cool. I might have to consider that now, but just because I think it'll look cool. But we'll see. We'll see how the first one looks and how it all looks when we're there. But yeah, I probably chatted with him the most. Because we didn't really know anybody else and didn't like what was happening around. It was like, oh, another booth selling these generic Lego figures. And do I need 6 booths selling swords? It was like okay. There were just
3D printed dragons.
A bunch of that.
That was.
And I don't have a lot in the Funko that I'm missing. I'm missing like 3 pieces. So, and they're all Magic pieces, and nobody ever has them. They're 8-year-old, con exclusives, and I was like, I get it. Like 2016 con. I was like, all right. So I checked those booths, but it was like, yeah, no. But everything else, I was like, no, I got what I want. Or I'll wait to get it when it's on Commons on sale on Funko site. So there just wasn't a lot to buy. Same with her. She usually likes to buy a bunch of stuff. Didn't find a lot that she wanted to get. So that's fine. That's how I felt. It helped. It's just more money for Disney, more money for San Diego. That's all it was. So I was like, all right, I'll look at it that way. Glass half full.
That's how I felt a couple of years ago at Rose City, where it was like there was like at least a half a dozen booths that were all selling like vinyl stickers, and they were all kind of generally the same vinyl stickers. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, okay, I get it. Like, but I feel like there is a. I wouldn't want to run a con because having to make those decisions where you're like, I need the booths full. The only way we make money is if we have the booths full. But how many swords booths are we going to need? how many sticker booths do we need, right? Like
I said, Lego figures, like I said, man, there was a lot.
Evergreen comic book stores, comic book shops, that type of thing. That's fine because there's enough variety in the comic book world that you're going to have your guys that are kind of older, 50s, 60s, 70s comics, and then you're going to have ones that are more current and newer, But you go, well, if we cut off the line for sticker booths at 3, how many booths are we going to be empty because
of that?
Yeah. So I get it.
I get it too.
But it does suck when you're just a goer and you're like, are you the same booth as the one on the corner? And they're like, nope. And you're like, okay, well, I already spent $20. I already spent $20 on these stickers. And you're like, well, our stickers are $1 cheaper. Well, I guess I should have went from the left instead of from the right because, like.
Well, you know what though, that because I usually do a walkthrough before I buy anything anyway.
Yeah.
So if I was looking for something, I could make notes. Okay, R15 has this, and so does S20 and W55 and B12. It's like, all right. Then at that point, it's like, okay, pick the cheapest booth. So exactly. You know what? I was thinking that when I said that out loud. I was like, oh man, I'm playing games.
And guess what? We just started.
Yeah. It's like, no, down, boy.
When we start our Twitch stream, and it'll just be sorry ASMR.
But yeah, so that was for the most part. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Little girl will remind me when
next week
she watches this.
Yeah, you'll get yelled at right
about
now.
Hey, you forgot this. I'm like, girl, that was 3 weeks ago. I forgot a bunch of stuff. What are you talking about? Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago. Whatever it was.
Whatever.
3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. So anyhow, yeah. So that was Fan Expo Denver.
Looks like EDC was whatever. Same old.
Right.
So I guess the big thing out of EDC is that I had two of my pretty close friends get married. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, they got married at EDC. That was the big thing that happened. So you apply in like November basically, and then they tell you in February. They had like 150 spots for people over the course of the weekend, and so they were able to get themselves on the list. So that was pretty cool. That happened Sunday night. We went a day early. So we've in the past we've gone on Friday when the show starts. We wanted to start. We actually went in a day early. We did Hotel EDC again, which was cool. I mean, Virgin's fine. Like the Virgin Hotel is fine. Like it's expensive, but game over.
Game scored again. Never mind. False alarm. He was offsides.
I don't have a boo.
Do you have a slide whistle though?
Hold on. Too late. We lost it.
Wait, it's soccer. They whistle for a boo.
Yeah, where's your vuvuzela?
2010. Good.
There we go. Exactly. That's much better. So we went on Thursday. They had a bunch of stuff to do on Thursday night related to the wedding that had nothing to do with me. So I just got to hang out in the hotel room. I actually went with so there was another couple that were coming down for the weekend, and they also didn't have anything to do. So we actually did a bar crawl through the Cosmo at all of their speakeasies. So there's like 6 speakeasies in the Cosmopolitan, and we went to 4 of them, which was pretty cool. The event itself was fucking busy. Saturday night, John Summit played, and he's probably one of the biggest DJs in the world, like music artists in the world right now. And I've never seen so many people in one space. Like I understand that the problem is that everybody else that they had performing at the same time, there was no, I feel like when you have somebody who's like the biggest artist, one of the biggest artists in the world, you have to have counter programming so some people are drawn, but they didn't have anybody else performing that was at his level,
right?
That they could counter program type of thing. And I'm surprised more people like didn't get hurt or whatever, because I did read things afterwards on Reddit about the wave, the like people you get kind of like your friend falls down, your friend's not getting back up,
right?
Like because there's so many, the density of people is just so.
Oh. They overruled the offside, so video replay, and gave him the goal after him. He was not offside.
All right, you can do the clapping, Jack. Again.
Oh, I'm getting used to this new song.
Emotional damage.
They're playing with loose emotions right now.
I mean, to be fair, there's like 4 minutes to go and they're up 4-1, so it's like game's really over.
So it's not
6-7.
This guy.
By the way, it is still a thing, because I was getting a pedicure on Saturday afternoon, and a mom came in with two of her kids, and the daughter was probably 14 and the son was probably 10, 8 to 10, and they were sitting next to the wall of the different nail polishes, and I saw him point to one and go, "You should get this one." And I was like, it's still a thing. It's not over yet.
The youth are still doing it.
That makes sense.
And then Sunday they got married. Like we had to get them, like they didn't want to see each other, so we got two separate Ubers. It was, which again, hey, this is your event. I'm here for you. Whatever you want to do, I'm down with, right? The nice thing is Saturday I happened to get a lift, and the guy came and picked me up, and it was a super nice like expedition, something like that. Super, it was all leather and everything. So I'm riding, he's taking me back to the hotel, and I'm like, "Hey man, do you like ride? Do you drive outside of Lyft?" And he's like, yeah. And I go, "Well, how much is it? Like, just so I can get an idea." And he was like, "Oh, it'll be, $30 a person or whatever." And I was like, "All right, do you have a card? Like that's how they, so he'll be doing it outside of Lyft. So that's how it's easier for him to just say $30 a person, right? So if you have 5 people.
No, because if it's $30 a person, if it's one person, you're still going to the same place. I mean,
right. But I said we had a group, right? So like when I told him we had a group of like 10 people. So it was a back and forth, right? I don't remember the exact conversation, Lou. I'm sorry. But that was where we kind of landed. And so I said, "Do you have a second car?" And he went, "Oh yeah, my friend drives." So then on Sunday, so that was how I contributed to the wedding, is I was able to line up the 2 super fancy cars to take us to EDC on Sunday night. And then we got the one who had all the marriage certificate and all the bullshit. We like hustled her through the line, had to like negotiate with a couple staff members to get her moved up, because their wedding was like, so the gates open at 7 and their wedding was at 7:45. So they were like, "Be here at 7:15. And we were like, "Yeah, we're not doing that if we just show up and then go in with the herd. Like, it's just where it was located, blah, blah, blah." But it all worked out. So that was the important part. But it was also like 60 and 70 mile per hour winds that night. So it was cold as fuck. Like, I have my my little wrap, and usually that helps keep the wind off my back or off my head or whatever.
Little wrap.
And it was
a condom?
Yes. My giant body condom. My pashmina. But it did not help at all. It was bad. Pool was cool. The other nice thing is that I brought my Chase card, and they just opened up a super fancy Chase lounge at the airport, and we showed up there, and they had already delayed our plane flight once. And they were like, "Okay, well, it'll be like 2 hours for you to get in." And we're like, "Well, we'll still do it anyway, so at least we can run in and get some food and stuff before we get on the plane." Plane ended up being delayed like 5 hours. So I'm glad I signed up, because we still got into the lounge, and we got to hang out there for like 3 hours taking naps and shit like that, because we were just like,
"That's cool.
We're here." So, and it was a really nice lounge. Like the Chase lounge was really nice in there.
Can you reserve that ahead of time, or do you have to do it in person?
No, you show up, and then you basically, if they're not letting people in right at the time, they put you in a queue, and they basically text you when it's your time. and then you have 10 minutes from when they text you to show up.
The hell's the point of a fancy ass credit card with all that and you can't even use it?
The problem was that I guess a bunch of planes had been canceled on the East Coast for whatever reason. There was a storm or something that had happened.
Oh, that wind.
So there was a ton more people at the airport than normal. And also it was the day after EDC, so there was just a ton more people in general. And so she was like, that's what's going on. Because I waited in line for like 20 minutes to check in. And I was like, what's with the line? And she was like, oh yeah, like everybody and their mom is delayed right now. And I was like, us too, yay. Even though our plane was
just gives me pictures with Kylo Ren.
Yeah. We're not to that story yet, Jack. Stop stomping on my one story I have for this ride. So that worked out really well. We had somewhere to hang out and, get free food and drinks. So
drinking.
Yeah. But then I'm home.
Back up a bit. You arrived early. Did you make it to the pool? I think that was one of the things you wanted to do.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the day, the pool, they actually have DJs playing all day. And that was one thing we missed out on last year, was going and just having time to be at the pool without feeling like, oh shit, we got to go get ready to go get on the shuttle and all that kind of stuff. So we went the day early. So on Friday, we could just go down to the pool and hang out for the day. And outside of paying, $85 for 2 waters and a drink, it was really cool. They have like the sandy, where you'll hate it, Luke, because it's instead of being like all lined, it's like part of the pool is like it's a beach that goes into the water. So they call it like zero. What is it? Zero
entry.
There's a term for it. But then they do have regular pools with the liners, and they have the steps and all that kind of stuff. So there is a pool there for you, Lou. You just wouldn't be on where we were at.
Yeah.
But no, like got to see a bunch of people that I hadn't seen before as far as artists and stuff goes. Really good sets. Yeah. Really enjoy the music, so it was a good time.
That's cool. That's cool that you can still do that, and like as often as you've gone that you can still see people you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. There's enough change in year to year that So there you go. EDC it with a bow on it. And like I said, the wedding was really nice. It was really quick, 15 minutes in and out, but that's what they wanted to do. So
it wasn't all 150 at once.
They were doing it throughout the entire weekend. So they were basically doing 50 a night. So
okay.
So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So every night they just had it booked for most of the evening. So, but yeah. I think it cost them $500, which it's not cheap, but for a wedding with all the bells and whistles. Yeah. With all the bells and whistles, like not terrible.
I was going to say, there's been weddings that are $500 ain't shit compared to some of the shit that we've heard about, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. Flight was fine.
I was going to say, was it already looking forward to next year type situation?
With Celebration and everything, I actually didn't buy tickets for EDC for next year because I was like, I'm just committing to doing Celebration and that's it as far as like traveling goes. Like between now and the end of the year, it's literally Disneyland in December and Celebration in April, and that's all I really have on my as far as like like going to the beach or going to Hood River, which is a couple hours away.
Right.
Like as far as like actually getting on a plane or driving somewhere for the day, longer than a day or two. Those are the only things that I have on the calendar. So just shit with you, Mugs. Dang it. So after that weekend, after my weekend and Lou's weekend, Jack was still on vacation. And I think that's where we were at in his, in the story.
Right, because I forgot about that because your EDC ended that night, my Fan Expo ended that night. He was doing the pod and it was continuing because he had what Disney World coming up or something like that.
Yeah, we were at Disney World.
Yeah,
I did the pod live from Disney World.
Yep, with naked kids. Get out of here,
for real. Shit. Okay, so we already did
It's
New
like,
York and
whatever.
everything. I know. I'm looking at my calendar.
It's like, what
So
do I
the next
remember?
morning we had Animal Kingdom. So it's basically a Disney zoo, right? With rides. The big things to do there are they have 2 Avatar rides. One's like a boat ride, kind of like
Pirates, right?
ish, a little more chill, almost like Small World without the singing.
Or the what's the one where you go through all the different vegetables and shit like that.
Yeah. Living with the land.
Not around the world, but
no,
what's
living
it
with
called?
the land.
Living with the land. There we go. So it's like a living with the land type of thing.
Yeah, it's just a very
So it's
chill.
only fair that Jack gets interrupted too with the goal. Now it's 5-1 Sweden.
I mean, yeah, Sweden.
I'm looking at the audience. They're showing the audience. I'm like, where are the topless Swedish women? Damn. Ordy. Work.
You missed it. He was
Yeah,
Jack was,
I showed you my titty, Lou. You missed it.
And you missed it. You weren't even paying attention.
Man, I got pictures of that shit. I'm good. It's in the spank bank.
I was like, I still got a hair in my mouth from last time.
Right? It's like, nah, man. I know what that's about.
What color is this? Oh, it's a Lou colored hair. All right, I see. So, Animal Kingdom, Avatar rides.
Yeah. So that it's just a boat ride. You're chilling, whatever. One of their most advanced animatronics is in there. It's a Navi shaman. There's
similar
actually
to Hondo, right?
Yeah,
but like more advanced, right?
Yeah, just like her movements and like she moves a lot more than Hondo does.
Surprised Disney hasn't bought all the Elon Musk robots for that type of stuff yet.
Maybe
still time.
And then the other one is Flight of the Navi. So this one, you go into they're the humans compound. And they're like, we're going to put you in an avatar and you can fly on one of those cool ass dragons that they have. So you go in and you sit on like it's like a horse almost, like a motorcycle. You sit in, you scoot your butt up. The thing comes from behind you and squishes you into the seat so you don't fall out.
Like the Tron ride.
Yes.
Okay.
You put on your 3D glasses and you just like fly through Pandora, doing cool shit on the dragon thing. But it's cool.
Is this your first time on this ride?
No, it's like third time.
Okay. No, it sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. But it's cool because you can feel the dragon breathing between your legs, like the ride mechanic. It like expands and everything, so it's kind of cool. It's almost like it's kind of like Soarin' over California, but more. It's like Soarin' plus Star Tours.
I would just do that ride just to hear Lou going giggity gig every time the dragon breathed. Yeah, giggity.
The dragon breathing between my legs early this afternoon. It's all good.
Yeah. And we had breakfast over there. It's the only place you can get Simba waffles. So that's
I think you sent us a picture of that, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because you were like, fuck Mickey.
Right?
Fuck a Mickey.
Yep. I got Simba waffles.
I would take a bite and would do that opening. People in the restaurant be like, okay.
Oh, he's black. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Let him have his
He's with his people.
It's like 10 years ago, all those fuckers were Wakanda forever. It's like, man, you know Wakanda's not real, right? Yes, it is. Leave me alone.
In my heart, it is. And then we did a new ride that we haven't done before. It's not a new ride. It's new to us. Expedition Everest. So it's kind of like Big Thunder Mountain. You get in this mine car. You're like going through, minding your business. And then you get to this part and the track is turned up, like wrecked. And then you go backwards for a little bit. Yeah. And there's like a brown Yeti or something. So I think he's related to the one on
representation.
Also in Animal Kingdom with the Africans.
Yeah.
And then that's also where they have Disney World's Bluey thing, which is not as good as Disneyland's. It's like a Bluey dance party.
We did not make it to that.
We did not.
Wait. Are they both called Bluey's Dance Party?
No. The one at Disneyland is Bluey's Best Day Ever or Bluey's Big Day. But this one, they just take you into a conference room, an exhibition room, in one of their empty exhibits. And Bluey and Bingo come out and they play Magic Asparagus, Keepy Uppy, and a couple other games with the kids. And they're like, okay, bye, and you leave. It was not as good.
But
and the food wasn't as good.
What did your kids think of it?
They thought it was okay, but they agreed that it was better at Disneyland. Because the one at Disneyland, it's like a whole show and musical. There's a story to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut you off right there because I'm curious, because you said it a few times. What's something at Disney World that's better than at Disneyland? Because it's almost always the other way around. I know you might be a little bit, I won't say you are, but you might be a little bit biased because you go to the LA one, Anaheim one more. But there's got to be at least something at World that's better than
the theming outside of Star Tours is better at Disney World than Disneyland.
Oh, 100%. Because it's indoor.
That's something.
You walk under like an AT-AT.
Yeah.
So that is super cool.
So the theming at Disney World is in a lot of ways is better than Disneyland because Disneyland is so restricted in space.
Mm-hmm.
Where Disney World they can give it as much space as it needs. So at Disney World, there's just the sign that says Star Tours and that's it. But at Disney World, they were able to kind of do a whole footprint. Yeah. So,
cool.
So I think that's where Disney World beats Disneyland in a lot of regards is the theming of the different parks, just because they have more space to. Sorry, I mean Jack is the experienced one here, so yeah.
I mean, the rides that are the same, generally they're better at Disneyland. I like Space Mountain at Disneyland better.
It's not a 1-for-1 replica?
No.
Oh.
Space Mountain and Disney World. The vehicle cars are stacked front and back, kind of like how Matterhorn is. It's less comfortable. They do have 2 alternate tracks though, so you can pick which track you take, which is kind of cool. But I don't like the ride cars. Pirates is better at Disneyland. It's longer. Haunted Mansion's about the same. There's a couple scenes that are different, but it's about the same.
Star Tours is the same.
Star Tours is the same.
The outside of the outside theming is the same.
Yeah.
Once
Rise
you get
is
into
the same.
queue,
Smugglers is the same.
Yeah. Once you get into the queue, it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't hate Disney World. It's different.
Oh, yeah, no. I was not even trying to imply that. It was like, not even thinking that. It was just like when something comes up and there's a comparison, I noticed you've always called out Disneyland, not always, but most of the time it seemed like Disneyland was better. And it's not to say, why go to Disney World if Disneyland's better? I'm not even coming close to saying that. I'm just trying to find something like, okay, there's got to be something that's better at Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, they do have different rides, which are good.
Yeah,
like
Disney World has way more rides. Because they have the space for it.
Right.
So
like Tron's good. The Snow White minecart is good. Obviously, I will never shut up about Cosmic Rewind with the Guardians at Epcot. Ratatouille's good over there. They have Frozen, like Japan did.
The Rock and
Roller Coaster.
The Muppets roller coaster now.
Yeah.
Do they have the Japan's Beauty and the Beast?
No. They don't have... There's nothing like that. Nothing compares to that in either of the U.S. parks.
Okay, because that thing is still top dog.
Yeah, no.
The Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, only at Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do they have the ride also?
No.
They are building it. They are building a Indiana Jones ride at Animal Kingdom, actually. It's going to go in Encantoland.
Okay, mental note. Bring it back, Brace.
The dinosaur ride, that is going to be something else, right?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's where Indiana Jones is going.
Yeah.
So right now, the movie Dinosaur.
What was it? The movie
It was
Dinosaur?
a dinosaur. No, it had nothing to do with any other movies. It was just Dinosaur. But it was basically the same as Indiana Jones. Like the ride mechanism, the Jeep was exactly the same.
So basically, they're trying to cash in on Jurassic Park, even though it's not.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Makes sense.
When it came out, yeah,
I mean,
probably.
Ain't mad at them. I mean, I would too. Shit.
Mm-hmm. So that was that. And then
Epcot, I mean, all the stuff at Epcot is different than there's no Epcot is basically on its own, right? Like I don't think there's any crossover. They have
Soarin'. Soarin's the same.
Oh, okay.
It ends a little bit different. Obviously, it ends at Epcot instead of at Disneyland, like ours does. But yeah,
there is a movie. There is a movie in 2000 came out Disney movie in 2000 called Dinosaur. It was renamed in 2000. It started out, the ride was originally called Countdown to Extinction, and it opened in 1998, and then it renamed to Dinosaur in 2000 to promote Disney Animation's feature film of the same name. Sorry, but I was like, wait, no, I'm pretty sure it was named after the movie. But actually, but like the World Showcase and that type of stuff, that's all.
Yeah. No, if you end up in Orlando and you only pick one park, I say Epcot because it'll give you the most different Disney experience.
Yeah. Because
there's nothing else to compare it to.
You got Test Drive. You got
Guardians.
You
have Living with the Land, Figment, all the good stuff.
I can ride Soarin' for like 20 minutes and not be sad for that whole 20 minutes. You know, that's a ride I can just do for a while.
Old girl's hand would not work afterwards, so I'm sorry about that, Lou. But
yeah, I was gonna say that's all right. She don't use her hands mostly anyway. She is wait there.
She'd be giving you the stranger with her. Like that would be the weird thing.
Right?
It'd be like a third person stranger.
Right? Why does his hand feel weird? It's like
my hand feels. I'm like, it feels weird to me too.
And then afterwards we went to Melting Pot because we don't have that out here. And strangely, the last 3-4 times we've been there, we got the same waiter. And he's like, "Oh, it's you guys again. I haven't seen you in like 6 months."
Weird.
Yeah. Same dude. It is crazy.
When you guys come to Portland, we can go to Melting Pot. There's one here.
Hell yeah.
And we can go to Fogo de Chao.
Sorry, my foot's itchy.
They like their Brazilian place that they have, though.
But Brazilian's Brazilian, so fuck it.
You ain't wrong. I'm not saying we're not going. I'm just saying. Because I'm not.
I didn't say no. I just said
for real.
There are preferences.
That's for real. That's like me making fun of you when you want to offer me watermelon. I mean, racist ass, but I'm still gonna eat it.
I'm still saying yes.
Right. Here's some chicken and watermelon. You racist mother. No, bring that back here. Where are you going with that?
And then Tuesday we went to Epcot. I think we went on Guardians 3 times.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
How's the new test drive? I saw a video of it.
The one in LA.
No, yeah, because this one's like Space Mountain almost, but it goes backwards.
It's a roller
it spins.
Coaster.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the up and down shit.
No.
That's
here
Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is still Tower of Terror on Disney World.
It's still Twilight Zone.
Oh, they have their okay. They didn't change it there.
No.
Yeah, they have a new additional ride. So again, going back to the differences, right? Like they have enough property that they can just build a Galaxy or a Guardians of the Galaxy ride instead of repurposing one that they already have.
And we saw the new Soarin' for America's 250, which is pretty entertaining. It'll be interesting to see if it's different at Disneyland because it started.
That's right. That started after we left.
Yeah, because it started with like a rocket launch. So we don't launch rockets in California. So is it going to start different?
Right. Start out with a bunch of people sitting around drinking wine.
Right. So we'll see. But I mean, I liked it. They had Patrick come in.
That's what it's called.
And he recreated like a new intro. But he didn't do the whole thing. He's like, a younger, handsome actor will now instruct you on safety plans, and it just plays the old video. But it was cool.
That you annoy everybody around you with.
Nice work, pal.
Not me. I was mad that he wasn't doing it when we were there. I'm all like, Jack got this, and he just sitting there.
Cat got your tongue, Jack? Did you guys do test track?
We did it in January when we were there.
It's the new one, right? It was new in January.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You don't get to build your own car anymore. You just kind of get on but it is the fastest Disney roller coaster at 65 miles an hour. So that's still kind of crazy.
But it's not really, it's not really a roller coaster, right? Like
it twists and turns a little bit.
But it's all pretty flat, right? You're not doing this.
No.
Ups and downs. But it's like, it's kind of similar to the Cars ride, right?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
I think isn't that where the Cars ride came from?
I think so. They got a lot of influence
technology.
From it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we had lunch at Garden Grill. Went on Living with the Land. Saw where our lunch came from.
Living with the Land is such a nice, peaceful ride. Like, if you need something in the middle of the day with some air conditioning and some quiet, like, yeah, because that building is super nice. Like, as far as like air conditioning and just being able to just be out of the heat for a bit.
Yep, it was super cool. I was able to get all my Roosevelts, so that was nice. Goal accomplished. Bucket list.
Even though the people on the Facebook group were idiots.
Did you get us any Roosevelts? I don't remember. I don't think so.
No, I got Old Girl, the Muppet one. I couldn't find her Epcot ball one for her dad. Because they had like small, 2X, 3X, and 4X.
Hey, he's an X.
Yeah. And then we came home the next day. And then Lou showed up. We went to go see Masters of the Universe, which was hilarious.
Do we want to talk about that now, or we want to wait until after the trip?
We can do it now.
Right. Yeah, it's on the top.
You guys saw it on Thursday?
Yeah.
Or Friday?
Thursday. We got in Thursday night about 7. The game was on. The hockey game was on. So we finished watching that, and then the movie was like an hour.
And I saw it on Tuesday, this past Tuesday.
I was laughing the whole time. I liked it. I told Lou I wanted it to be like Dungeons and Dragons, but with He-Man, and that's what we got.
And for me, I had to switch mindset because I went in thinking it was going to be some serious-ass movie, and then about 20 minutes in, I realized they were not taking themselves seriously, and I was like, all right, I can get on board with this. And when I did, it was fantastic. Them being a meme, absolutely knowing what they were about, like they knew what to do, and it was lovely.
It just really sucks that it didn't make it's not going to make enough money for them to. I mean, they'll probably do the She-Ra sequel, but it would be. Hopefully, they do Power of the Sword. That would be awesome. But then I saw it on Tuesday, and my comment was they came so many times so close to like being too corny, but they were able to always just rein it in enough that it was always good. Like, and hot take, I think I liked it more than Mando. I was enjoying myself from the beginning to the end of that movie. Like, there was not and there were people who were complaining about like anything that was kind of serious, they like undermined. So the part when they're doing the heroic walk,
walk
after they knock the door down, and then they all start coughing, and I was like, they were like, oh god, that was corny. I'm like, no, that's some real shit. Right, that's like, like it's the how does everybody walk away from an explosion without reacting to the explosion type of thing, right? Like, no, nobody's going to be walking through a dust-filled room that they just knocked a giant wall down with a metal grate and be fine. The
only thing that was missing from that Jack called out after the movie was it should have been Stinkor.
Yeah. I appreciated the fact that they didn't try to fit in all of the characters.
Yeah.
because they have hundreds of characters to pick from that they could have put in the movie, and I'm really glad that they limited that amount to, a dozen, 12, 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of cool. What wasn't it?
The 1987 guy being like one of the unnamed henchmen that was just there, like never got a name, never had a line in the movie, was just there. Like, to me was, sucks.
Yeah, they did some good throwbacks to that one as well. So
sucks Trapjaw died, but that's okay. At least Man-at-Arms got his
revenge.
The Dolph Lundgren cameo, I thought they did that well.
Fantastic.
I'm super pissed off that Mattel isn't doing a 3-pack of the Nightmare Skeletors with him in the workout outfit and him in the Office Space outfit, right? And then with the date outfit on. Like, I would 100% have you guys pick that up for me. There. Like, that would be that workout gear was fucking hilarious. Like, I thought Jared Leto was going to ruin the movie.
No, he made the movie.
He was fine. I thought he was fine. Everybody that they cast,
that stood out to me though. I wish Skeletor had his high voice.
Yeah, that would have been the only thing. But I thought the casting, I thought they did a fine job with the casting. I had no problem with anybody that was playing their different parts. I liked how the nicknames came from Adam's memory.
5-year-old Adam.
Yeah, 5-year-old Adam. Like, Ram Man, what do you mean? Well, you ram with your head.
You're a man.
You're a man.
You have a giant fist, and you fist people. What? No, I don't.
Fist my bump. But and then then when the movie is wrapping up and Evil's been sent
vanquished
with its tail between its legs, and then they did the fact that they cut to like 6 months later, and then they're like, hey, everybody's now in their like cartoon accurate outfits, and they did the fucking corny laugh for 30 seconds of just them laughing, and I'm just like, you can't help but laugh. You can't you're like, okay, this is okay, so because all you think about is, holy shit, that is how like every single episode of He-Man ended, was whoever was on screen just Cringer or somebody would do something stupid, and everybody would laugh at him, yeah, it was and then all the post-credit scenes, I thought they did real well with that. Yeah, I think Evil Lynn was exactly as
should have been the last one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But excited about She-Ra. I was never a big She-Ra person, but that post-credit scene, I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, let's get some Power of the Sword going on here. Like, let's get some crossover
Louis,
action
he'll educate us before it comes out.
Nice.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah.
Although, did you hear the lady who did the body acting for She-Ra at the end spoiled it, and she tweeted it like the day the movie came out.
Oops.
And she got ripped for it, and obviously took the post down and apologized for it. But it's like, give people a chance to watch. Goddamn.
Hey, but if it's your first, like, one of your first gigs, like, I understand that. Like, you're like excited. Like, hey, I'm not She-Ra, but I'm
excited. It's one thing, but you can't be stupid and just start posting spoilers day one.
Let's go talk to Tom Holland about that, right?
Mm-hmm. But that was accidental during an interview. Shit happens. You're just talking. You made a conscious decision to post that the day it dropped. I'm like, at least wait till Sunday. I mean, Sunday's even too soon, but at least Sunday would have been better.
But then I found out afterwards that I had won that Lou had lost a bet. So
only a little bit, because I was like, because I wasn't sure that you would have taken it all that stupidity. Well, I was like, if Duke's going in for a serious movie, he's not gonna like this at all.
I think I had seen enough in the trailers and stuff to go, okay, if this like turns out to be a serious movie, that would be weird, because I don't feel like any of the trailers or anything really presented that.
That's true.
It was neutral for me. The trailers didn't show one way or the other for me. I was not expecting the comedy that came with it. I thought it was going to be a serious movie because I figured they would want to get all the audience, because the way they did it, it's getting 40-year-olds and older. The younger people are hating.
Yeah. But He-Man getting friend-zoned was like an audible laugh in the audience. Like the people that were there, like when he's like, yes, and the music is swelling and it's all shadows and everything. And she's like, and we're really good friends. And then she turns around and walks away. Everybody in the audience just started laughing because they were like, damn!
I guess it's too soon, but also some of the things like they didn't address was like her being the sorcerer's daughter.
Well, it was like, I mean, they have, hopefully
the sorceress was barely in it, so
yeah, sadly.
That would have been weird.
I mean, or the fact that dad is adopted dad. I mean, let's like, I guess it's not relevant, but maybe they'll get to that in the future.
I mean, I'd have to see how long into the show that all of that stuff kind of came up, because I don't think it was in the beginning. This was all like lore later stuff that came up. Yeah. So if they make a sequel, it's Amazon, right? Amazon did it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They could do a direct to Prime sequel and make just as much money. So
I'd buy it.
Yep. But no, I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that I went in with the right mindset. And
the only thing you were missing was a shirt. That's on me.
That's true. I had to go shirtless. It was weird.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had my little buckle with the red cross on it, so it was fine. My little.
So yeah, there was a Roosevelt exclusive that had the action figures from the original '80s toys, like in their packaging, on a Roosevelt shirt. So I picked one up for me, Jack, and Duke, and I was gonna mail it. This was on Comic-Con Sunday or whatever, Saturday, whenever I got it. I was gonna mail it on Monday. Completely spaced it. It was sitting. I had a pile of shit for Jack to take, and I had his shirt with that. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's the shirt I need to take with me to Vegas. So I took Duke's shirt with me to Vegas instead of mailing it that Monday. And then I brought it back.
No.
I
thought you were going to say it was in my bag at Jack's house.
No. Oh, you had a bag? I would have left it there. That was the case. But no, now it's sitting over here on top of my Fantastic Four Galactics box from last year, San Diego. So
nice.
I'll mail it eventually.
Yeah.
With your San Diego Roosevelts.
Yeah, or I'll get it in December.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea, actually. I can just hang on to it, and then whatever you want from San Diego, just mail it all together. Unless you plan on watching it again soon, then I'll mail it to you now.
I gotta look at I haven't done any looking at exclusives or anything. We haven't really talked about it.
Me either. Yeah, me either. I need to go to SDCC blog, go to their exclusive session, and do my notes like I usually do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Now that I get a job, I'll do that.
Lou, I watched a video where a person who does a lot of she goes to a bunch of different events. She actually went to the Denver Fan Fest, and I think she had a lot of complaints about the Artist Alley. What was your experience with the Artist Alley?
I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, but
she just felt like the layout.
Oh, the layout was stupid. The layout was absolutely stupid.
That was her problem, was like the flow and stuff like that. It was really. She said, like, as far as like the layout, it was not great. Like,
and instead of having like the longer aisles to look on either side, they kind of split it with the cross aisles, and that made traffic a lot worse every time you got to one of those intersections. And there were 3 of them. Each aisle had 3 of them, and there was 15 aisles. So it was like, oh my god, trying to walk through that was not fun.
Okay. I was curious because that was one of her biggest complaints, and so I was just.
That's an absolutely legit complaint. It was last year was done a little different location, much better. They didn't have it was shorter last year. Was shorter rows, but you didn't have all those different chopped up intersections. You just got to one intersection and then turned around down the other way, and you didn't have to cross the intersection. So instead of having like 15 rows this time, they had like 30 last time, but it was contained, and you could snake through all 30 with no problem. You could not do that this year.
That's lame.
Yeah, super lame.
Yeah, it was. Not a lot of new art though. Like a lot of stuff we saw, like, oh, we saw this last year, we saw this. There was a whole lot of, all right, I'm unimpressed. Like last year, we came back with, I don't know, 15 prints a piece. I got one of those little zipper 18 by 14, books, so I could put prints in there. Mm-hmm. This year, it was like, all right, I think we ended up getting like 3 that we saw. It was like, all right, nothing all that fantastic. And then part of the problem to that is, it's not other people's problem, it's our problem because we're not into it. Was a lot of it was anime, and it's like, there's a crap ton of anime that's not for us. Like, where's the Transformers stuff? Like I found last year, a lot of Star Wars stuff. Don't get me wrong, they have some decent Star Wars stuff, but almost 80% of it.
All right, so then Jack gets home for
Thursday.
one day.
No, we got there because that's Thursday night because we saw the movie Thursday night.
Universe.
Yeah, I was just getting us caught up to where we were at. So then Friday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. So Friday we get up and we go to Disneyland.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my oldest stayed home because we just got back from a 2-week vacation, so she was peopled out, so she stayed home. But yeah,
nice.
We all
she's old enough to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we left a little bit before the girls. No,
I thought they left
us.
First. Just barely, like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We
were able to catch up to them in Barstow and have breakfast.
Yeah. They were just about done, almost completely done with breakfast when we got there, so it wasn't too. They weren't.
Yeah. So is the 4 of you in one car and the 2 of them in the other?
Yeah.
How was the drive?
It wasn't bad.
Other than getting tailgated. Yeah.
Rear-ended.
Other than getting rear-ended. Yep. So coming down Cajon Pass, just a big old hill, and we turn a corner and everybody starts braking for whatever reason because it's California, people can't drive. So everybody's braking. The car, my right lane was not open. There was a car next to me, so I couldn't swerve over to the right. I hit my brakes. The car in front of me did swerve over a little bit, so when I hit my brakes and slid a little bit, I did not hit them. But then here comes a car behind me. I look in the rearview mirror, and it's like, I was like,
he warned us.
Yep. I said boom about 5 seconds before we got hit. And the guy, we were talking to him, he smashed his brakes, but he couldn't swerve out of the way because his steering wheel locked up on him. I was like, oh, bummer, dude. So, but overall, honestly, nobody was hurt. At the end of the day, both cars were still drivable. We got insurance information. He had already filed a claim before the end of the night, that same night. I already got 2 days later, or Monday, I got the email from Progressive that said we're not at fault. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but thanks anyway for putting it in writing. Right. And that part was fine. No issue. I don't owe any. The only thing I owe is because on the drive back on Monday, a car kicked up a rock and cracked the windshield, and we're responsible. Obviously, shit happens. It is what it is. But the accident, honestly, wasn't that bad. It was like a 25-minute delay. And that was because I had to help the dude make his car drivable because he was not. He had some plastic over his tire, and I told him to go get a crowbar. And he's like, "What for?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it's leverage so you can pull this piece of metal, fiberglass, back away from your tire." And then there was another undercarriage piece under his tire, and he's like, "Okay, so I need to drive forward." I'm like, "Oh, bro, drive backwards, and I can stomp on it and break it free." So I had to help him get his car going. Our car wasn't so bad. The van that we had, I just pushed the panel back up, and the trunk helped keep it in place as well. It didn't need to because it held its own. But yeah, 25 minutes, we exchanged information, we were back on the road. It was really just about a half-hour delay.
How was it to be in a car for an entire weekend when it didn't smell like vomit?
That was pretty nice.
It was okay. It wasn't used to it, so felt a little weird. I almost threw a bunch of alcohol on an old girl and just kind of swerved the car until she threw up. That way it would feel better.
So it would be more a muscle memory. You're like, oh, okay, I'm familiar with this.
Yeah. But a nice ride. They upgraded it. It was supposed to be like a basic sedan, bigger sedan. And they upgraded it because they didn't have any vehicles available. So they had this Chrysler Caravan, whatever it's called, Para something, whatever. So it was kind of cool. I'm not going to say we needed all that space, but it was nice to have it. We didn't have to struggle to put stuff in there, and it seated just about everybody comfortably.
And you didn't have to pay more for it, so who cares?
No, that's the key, right? It's like, y'all want to upgrade me? And on top of it, kind of a side note, but on topic a little bit, when we got back and handled everything, I was like, hey, I'm going to need another car for July. However, I looked up some stuff, and Budget has a car for $400 for a week, and you guys are $670 for a week. I'd rather use you guys, and it's an SUV. She's like, send me a screenshot of it, and we'll match your price, and we'll give you an SUV for $400. I'm like, fuck yeah. So
nice.
So we'll. I mean, we've been using Enterprise a lot, and we want to keep that and get earning points using them. So, well, yeah. So it was like, so 405 for the week come July, and we got ourselves an SUV for the trip down and back. Yeah, saves almost $300. So I was like, I'll take it.
We'll have to talk about December coming up at some point, but
yeah, probably as soon as we get back in Comic-Con, that'll be the next conversation.
Yeah.
Because I need to run some numbers myself. Money-wise, I'll be able to afford it, but time-wise, because I got to save my PTO that I'm earning for Celebration. So it's like, I mean, granted, I could always do unpaid, like 1 day, 2 days, not going to hurt me at all.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not. So I'll run the numbers to make sure that there's some time in there. But I'm not opposed to unpaid time off, whether it be for Celebration, whether it be for San Diego, don't care. As long as they give me the time off, that's all I care about. I don't care if it's paid. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, we'll have that
Luke got a job, so we can't make fun of him anymore.
Yeah,
I know, right? I got a job.
Congratulations!
Now, so.
Woo woo! Where's your celebratory? Yep. Do the horn, Jack, or something.
Well, let's see what this one does. See.
That's a good segue one. Oh, damn.
This summer.
Breaking
right?
news.
Exactly. I was waiting for it too, man. This summer.
All right, so then you guys made it to SoCal.
Oh yeah, so we got to Disney around 2:00. Forgot about that. We were talking about Disneyland. Yeah.
So we're still on Friday. So
yep.
Disneyland at 2:00.
Friday we had Disney Friday, DCA Saturday, Disney Sunday.
Okay.
So Friday we tried to hit some of the stuff that the kid wanted to do. He's 21. That the kid wanted to do. His first time ever coming. He never, I think Elitch, kind of our mini amusement park that we have out here, is probably the closest thing he may have ever been to. Weird situation. Like, I could never tell if he was having a good time or not, because he keeps a lot of shit to himself and like he just doesn't emote very much. But I can tell you at the end of the day, he enjoyed it, because when he got home, he was all like, "Oh my God, it was amazing." So there is that. And he did do the lightsaber thing on Sunday as well. So
got himself a little Savi's action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
he did.
Everyone's got to do that once.
Justice one, the basically
Justice
the guard, temple guard. Yeah, the temple guard. Yeah, so he enjoyed that a lot. But overall, Friday was pretty straightforward, right? We just kind of did some rides at Disney,
chilling, whatever
Disney
we could fit in.
Until it closed down. He wanted to do Space Mountain, so we did. An hour and a half wait. Lou trying to beat up kids, adult kids, but they're over 18 in my head. So
Jack started it. Lou finished it.
Jack did started it, but you know me. I'm gonna find some way to interject myself into every conflict. So I did. So it was grad night, and there were a bunch of kids kept cutting the line, because my friends are up here. And after a while, Jack's like, "Enough of this," and he stepped in front of two of them. I think everybody made it except these two. So Jack stepped in front of two of them, and the girl was just all taken aback, like, "Oh my God, I'm entitled."
How dare you?
Yep. And then she calls the people up ahead, and I was like, "Yeah, this dude stopped in front of me and wouldn't let us through, and then he backed into me and made me spill my drink." And that's when I got involved. I was like, "Whoa, I turned around like, that is not what happened. If you're going to tell that person the story, tell the truth." Because what happened was Jack stopped. She ran into him. Jack did not back up. So it was like, no. I'm happy to say we blocked your path, but don't try to say somebody ran into you, because then you get into like instigatory stuff. Somebody ran into somebody, caused it. I'm like, no, we make sure the story right.
Now all of a sudden her big friend's coming to the back going, "Do we got a problem here?"
No, she had her big friend with her.
She had her big friend, and he was a bitch.
Huge bitch.
Let's just say he certainly celebrated June.
He was very happy it was June.
Yes, he was very happy it was June. And light-skinned brother, probably, you know how it is with these interracial things. Probably a black dad with a white mom. You know how it is with that. It's very rare to the other way around. But they didn't really have a whole lot to say, and I kept running my mouth making it worse and worse. Every time she said something, I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, you're in my space. I'm like, my feet aren't moving. So if anybody, you're in my space as long as you're moving your feet, because I'm standing still. So that went back and forth for a while. And then eventually they found a loophole around the line. They found it like a potted plant. They went around it and was able to get in front and join their friends. And I'm still running my mouth the whole time. I was like, she's like, man, we can do this all day. So I don't mind going back to jail. And the kids in front of us started busting up laughing when I said that. And at the end, they're like, man, we don't like that girl either. They go to school. They went to school with that girl. They're like, yeah, we don't like her either. So, kudos to you. But
Lou about to go to fucking Disney jail.
Yeah, and they started taking
Jack
pictures of us.
thought they were doing that, actually.
Yeah.
Jack thought they were doing that submittal. I guess there's some kind of submittal you can do.
Mm-hmm.
For like rude behavior or, yeah.
At the end of the day, nobody showed up, and they were staring, started taking pictures of us like 2 rows over in line. Because they were only, I don't know, all that to go, 50 people in front of us, 60 people in front of us. It wasn't crazy. No. But again, it was the point that there were so many doing it. It was like, no, enough of this. You want to join your friends? Have them come back to
here.
You.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Cut behind the line, not in front of it.
Yeah.
And after that, nobody did it because they probably heard my ass and was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. It's like, come up here with us. No, I saw what happened. That dude will murder me.
I don't want to spill my drink.
Because this is going to be a surprise to you, but I was kind of loud about it. I made sure everybody knows.
So. Lou, come on. When did you start doing that?
I know. You're not expecting it. I know you're not expecting it. But yeah, that happened. But
I just can't wait to hear the story about Lou getting arrested at San Diego Convention Center and finding out if they got a jail there or not.
I would be the one to find out. Shit. It's like Philadelphia Eagles fucking football stadium with their prison down there. But yeah, but no, that was really the only incident of Friday, honestly. Everything else was just, after that, because again, it was a 90-minute ride. We're in line. After that point, we're still in line about 60 minutes. But we got through it, and then it was clear sailing the rest of the day. Space Mountain, I think Matterhorn, Star Tours, Smugglers 3 times towards the end of the day.
New Smugglers good?
It was entertaining.
Jungle Rise. It was. We didn't figure out how to do the
Grogu mode,
but we will by December.
Yeah. I mean, the key to that is just having everybody in. They know what positions they're sitting in, and they know what they
this time.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, but I think it has to be the left gunner and then the right gunner.
Oh, I thought pilot had to go first, and then left gunner, right gunner.
No, it was left gunner. It was the left gunner, then the right gunner.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll have our notes to make sure, and then we'll count it down to make sure we know what we're doing. So.
But it was cool. I mean, it was more interactive. The engineers had more to do, playing with Grogu and stuff. So, and then we watched the projector show.
I will tell you, I still had the same problem. The same problem where I'm watching my buttons and not seeing what's going on up front. I still have this. I still don't see it. So it's like, if I'm an engineer or a gunner, I'm just not seeing the ride. You have to be a pilot for me. That's only when I got to be the pilot in the left seat, when old girl did the right seat. That's when I got to see the ride again. But that was the first time since the first time I was there, because I've been an engineer or gunner the last several times. We want everybody else to try being a pilot, right? So I was like, they got to figure out some way where you're more interactive and to be able to watch what the hell's going on. Because I want to watch the buttons, man. I want to make sure.
When you're a gunner, you just smash the button anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, you do it when it comes up.
No, you can push it the whole time, unless you care about your accuracy.
Yeah, which again doesn't mean anything outside of that.
Yes, it does.
Like, what? But the problem is, once you walk out that door, it doesn't matter. But if it was logged somewhere, like if you scanned your outpost data pad or whatever, then that would be one thing, where it would keep a log of how you did. That would be one thing.
Integrity, Duke. Integrity. I'll know.
Oh, all right. So Lou's goal is 40%.
I mean, my goal is to beat the last time. Last time was 20. I got 37. So next time I'll try to be 37. So I'm just trying to up it every time.
Wait, you suck 37 dicks in a row?
It's an odd number. It's probably 36, not 37. But come on now. There's 37. Right, so I'm finding a random dick to pull in there. It's like, no, get to 38. We can't end with 37. I can't
take a rib out.
Cameraman, come here.
For real.
So that was Friday.
But we also
we did
stayed
the
late
show
to watch the projector show.
The World of Color
Galaxy's
or
Edge.
the fan?
No, Galaxy's Edge.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Galaxy's Edge after
Because
the fireworks.
and
they
that's
added
been
Grogu.
refreshed, right? That's been refreshed.
Well, it's the same as it always has been, but at the end they have a Mando and Grogu one now, which is super
Mando
cute.
Grogu.
So
Yeah, it was.
And
cool.
then did they reopen Docking Bay 7 for the viewing and all that?
Not for buying special. We just got to stand up there.
Yeah,
and me and Little were able to snag a table, and we were good to go.
Yeah, we went to Doc Ondor's, I think, to check it out because to show the boy. While they got the table, and then the staff was taking chairs away.
Yeah, they started stealing chairs.
If there wasn't a butt in it, taking your chair.
They snagged it. So I grabbed another chair. I put Little One with her scrawny butt. I'm like, sit on 2 chairs. And she's like, how? I'm like,
figure it out.
It'll work.
Yeah, she did. She made it. She made it work.
And Olga's? You guys make it into Olga's?
We did.
Sunday.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still on Friday. So
yeah.
And then Saturday was DCA, which was DCAing.
Started off.
Thoughts
we
on
did the
them
breakfast
removing
thing.
the time, Jack? Thoughts on them removing the park hopper time?
Oh, that was after we left. So.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't
We
matter.
didn't have park hopper anyway.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying like the time for you just in general as a.
I don't park hop that early.
It's
usually
funny.
anyways,
I asked the same thing, so good call.
I don't park hop that early usually, anyways. Like we'll stay at the park until we usually switch around like dusk, because it's always when the crows are going crazy. It's just how it is. It's just when we're like, okay, cool, we're done with this, and then we'll switch.
When I asked him about it though, Duke, he made a good point. So what's the point of reservations now if you can just go to either park? First thing.
If you literally just have to walk in, then you can turn around and exit and go to the other park.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's more of keeping. I think that's more of keeping everybody from being in front of Disneyland. That to me is more just it's a queue system where if you have to go into DCA to start, right, you're going to be on the other side of the Esplanade, and
is that 50 seconds going to matter?
But I think it does to them. I think it does.
You can't. There has to be like a 15-minute gap between your scan-ins.
Oh, so it's not 60 seconds. Okay, gotcha.
But that gap gives them enough time to get everybody into Disneyland that's in queue for Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the point is like to keep people into different parks, like you have to, since you have to spend that 15 minutes in DCA regardless, like that gives them, so instead of everybody being at Disneyland, because everybody's going to be in the Disneyland queue, it gives them a chance to empty that queue out. So from like a logistics standpoint,
that makes sense.
Yeah, from a logistics standpoint, it totally makes sense why they would at least make you scan in at one.
I didn't realize there was a bigger gap than just walk in, walk out, go to the other one. No, you have to wait a bit. That kind of reminds me. So let's see, how do I word this question? Let's say you go to Disneyland and you get there. Let's say they open at 8. If you get there at 7, are you waiting from 7 to 8 to get your picture taken and get in, or can you get in but you have to wait inside?
That's what technical rope dropping is. They'll let you in, but there's a rope that stops you from entering like Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland.
Well, you can get into like the hub, right? Like you can get into
that circle in front of the camera.
Yeah, where the big Christmas tree is. That they have a.
You can go further.
You can actually go down. Yeah, because because the shops on Main Street, are they open?
Starbucks is for sure.
Okay, so there's a few places, probably like the bakery and stuff like that. But so you can go all the way down to
the circle in front of the castle.
Okay, so you can go all the way down to the Walt
statue, right?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay,
but then there's
you could go there.
Like there's people physically holding a rope, stopping you from getting into like Frontierland and Fantasyland,
or the castle, or anything else.
Yeah,
Tomorrowland.
But then they drop the rope.
We're going to try that one of these times. That sounds cool.
Okay.
Duke's like, I'll see you at noon.
Yep. I'll be the one, Lou. I'll be the one waiting for the bus for 3 hours. By the way, did you see that they actually did start up a new transit, the free transit. So that's cool. Like Okta or whatever picked it up, right?
If you're
County.
there.
It's Orange County, right? Like they took over the.
Yeah.
What, Lou?
No. I'm trying to figure out the bus thing. Like, is it a new bus line, or is it if you take the regular Anaheim bus system that we took last year, it's just free if you're going to Disneyland?
I think it's separate. I think it's
because they didn't charge us when we told them we were going to Disneyland. The guy was like, "Don't worry about it."
It's the people who are running it were different last time. That's the one that ended. That was like Disney Transit Authority. That's the one that did the buses that were specifically for Disneyland, and I think that ended. That company or that thing ended, but then Orange County Transit, the one that does the buses throughout all of Orange County, I think they took it over, and they now have the free buses to get to Disneyland. Cool. So it's the same but different.
If all goes well, that's not going to be a problem in December. I mean, I make no promises with what she's going
to. We'll just keep her in the back of the booth and not allow her to leave, and we'll just have two people on either side of her for the entire night.
But stop making friends, damn it! They keep buying you shots.
Right? It is not her birthday.
No. Oh my God! Although I think one of those girls, the less attractive one, lived down there, so she might hit her up and say, "Hey, we're gonna be back here again." I mean, she was a nice person, so no big deal there. But I think it would be kind of cool if she did show up. Just that whole year later, it's like, "Oh, it's my birthday again. Come out and say hi." It's like you're not the best to look at, but you're still cool. Get them people from Australia, that girl from Australia, to come back.
And the wrestler.
The husband was the wrestler?
Yeah.
I thought it was UFC. I didn't realize it was wrestling. But either way.
I think it was professional wrestling. So then Saturday was DCA. Any highlights from that for you, Luke?
We started off with the breakfast thing that we did, the four of us did last year. Mm-hmm. So we did that. And then that reminds me, I'm a little bit ahead of the game, but I asked him what his favorite ride was. And because we're at DCA, Incredicoaster was his favorite.
And how was the experience at the, was it an artist palette or animation?
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar Pier.
Pixar Pier? No, that doesn't sound right either.
How was it for the second time?
Oh, it was still good.
Good.
Lamplight Lounge.
There we go.
Lamplight Lounge. Yeah, it was still good. We still had a server that was on his break as soon as we got there. I asked about it because that was bugging me. So I was like, when we were leaving, I asked one of the staff members, "What's this about?" And what she said was because they're shorter shifts, they close at 1. So it's like you basically have a 4-hour shift. A lot of the staff don't want to take a break in the middle of it, so they start the day on their break, and that way they can work 4 straight hours. And I was like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think if I was doing that, I would do the same thing. So there were a couple of people that do that, and we happened to get the 2 in a 6-month period that chose to do that. We said hi to Doug. Yeah, we found Doug and said hi.
Pictures with Doug?
No,
he said hi.
Lou just made him uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally. I was like, it looks like him. I just yelled the name, and he's kind of looking around. I'm like, okay, that's him. And we brought him over to let him know that how awesome we thought he was, and that our boy put a review in. So he was totally embarrassed, but
yeah, I got him covered last year. We'll cover him again in December if he's still around for us.
Right, he's our dude. So we started off with that, and then
sorry, when you said Doug, I was thinking the Up Dog.
Oh, I figured. Especially
I was like, did you get a picture with that?
Land. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you're in Pixar land. Like, I was like, I'm like, oh, you met the dog. It works.
Honestly, I don't know that we got pictures with any character this time around. I'm trying to think about it. I don't think we did.
Kylo. And then whatever we got at breakfast on Sunday.
Yeah. But like the line, like the way Spider-Man was out forever, and then took a break and people were still in line, then it came back. I mean, that Spider-Man line was crazy.
Yeah. So you guys wandered through Avengers Campus?
I think we went straight from there to Incredicoaster, right? Because you guys put us on the pass with little ones.
Yeah.
And then we did some things, just we did the Ferris wheel.
Bigfoot Rapids?
No.
Did you have Jack hold your bags? Yeah, the water.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't do that. We almost did. We thought about it, though. Little Mermaid we did over there. Obviously, Soarin'. I think we did Soarin' first and then went to Incredicoaster.
Maybe, something like that.
And then,
we put you guys on with Cars.
Yep. And then Cars. He didn't want to do Little Mermaid, so he did those rockets, the silver rocket that went around in a circle, and then the Goofy ride right afterwards because the timing was short. So he knocked those two out while we were doing Little Mermaid.
Goofy Sky
School or something like that.
Yeah.
Goofy Sky. Yeah, that's what it's called. Because I like that ride. But I didn't want to wait 65 minutes.
And you got to tell him the story about how we saw the main actors from Willow for the one season, like they weren't wandering through.
You know what? I did after we passed. It's funny you say that because after we passed that is when I brought. I'm like, hey, isn't this where we ran into the Willow people? And this was over here. But yeah, so that did get brought up. Because it was towards the end. Because we were debating whether or not we were going to stick around towards the end because we were tired. But we did stick around for because we did Incredicoaster a second time because, like I said, he liked it that much. And then we had the water light show.
Yeah, we did the water show.
World of Color.
Yeah, that thing.
I mean,
and
if you're there,
sure that ended the night because then we met up with a wifey
at the end of the night. Yeah.
Yeah, we met with wifey at the stores and we started doing a little bit of shopping at the end. But yeah, that was basically it for DCA because afterwards we left and I ended up getting us In and Out for dinner.
Nice.
I hadn't had it in a while actually, so it was kind of nice. They're Whataburger people, so they're like, whatever, it's a burger. They didn't care. I'm like, I get it. You're not from here. You're not gonna know to like it. I did warn them though. I'm like, the fries aren't gonna be that good. Nobody likes their fries, so unless they're animal style.
That's why they have you get it animal style and they put all the shit on it. Then you don't got to eat the fries.
That's exactly how I had mine. So, yeah. And then Sunday we had Minis. Is that what it's called? Minis breakfast?
Yep. Plaza Inn.
For breakfast?
We're back to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Is that better than Disney's or Goofy's Kitchen? Or the same?
I didn't. Man, I like Goofy's
Similar.
Okay. Overall, the same. It's basically what your preferences are. I like Goofy's Kitchen better because I could serve myself. I did not like them serving me because they're over serving. It's like, you're going to give me all this food? I want a little bit of everything, not this big ass plate of country eggs, And I don't want to waste the food. That's just rude, even though it's their fault for giving me that much. Seriously, I went up and the second time and I said, I'd like 2 pieces of bacon. And he just gives me this whole stack of bacon. It was like 14 pieces. I counted. It was like, are you effing kidding me? I wanted 2 pieces of bacon. So
at least it was an even number.
He doesn't know. He didn't.
True. I'd hate to drop stuff on the floor.
I'm sure that guy gives 14 pieces of bacon to everybody who walks up. He knows exactly. He can at this point. He knows when he picks up a stack of bacon how many pieces it is.
He's got a weight measurement. But it was cool. I did enjoy the food. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the character. Honestly, I think I like these characters more because I like Pooh, Tigger, Chip and Dale were there, which were at the other one. Daisy, the Cinderella mouse. I don't know her name, but yeah, because I took more pictures at this one with the characters than I have ever done at the other one. So that tells me, all you need to know right there. So Minnie, I got a picture with Minnie too, I think. But yeah, like I said, food wise, all comparable. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I'm
sure it came from the same kitchen.
Right, they just got fucking carts going everywhere of all this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super cool. I would do it again easily, But at the same time, you know what? I think I would do that one more than I would do the Goofy one just because it's closer, right? We're already on site at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We get an early breakfast time. We get in and we can leave and go right there on versus now we got to walk the mile through
security check
through downtown Disney. Then I like that we could just be there.
Did you save enough room for your breakfast Ronto wrap?
That most definitely didn't. No Ronto wrap happened, breakfast or otherwise, surprisingly.
Wow, you guys. So disappoint. Jack, which one does wifey like more? Goofy's Kitchen or the...
I don't know.
Great question. I'm about to ask old girl that, too. Matter of fact, I'm going to text her right now. I'm curious. Now that you brought it up.
Well, she didn't do Goofy's Kitchen with us. Or did she do it with you guys?
I thought she did it with us once.
No, that was my friend.
I thought the May 4th one we did it.
So that would have been you guys.
You weren't there for that one, but I thought she was. Yeah. That was her first time going.
I mean, you can still text her and she'll tell you.
You know what? I'm gonna ask her if she. Let me ask to make sure she's.
Okay. So then.
But I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain she did.
So then, Jack, what happened the rest of the day on Sunday after breakfast?
Just wrapping up whatever rides we didn't do. We got shut down on
Haunted Mansion.
On Haunted Mansion on Friday. So we went back, we were able to do that again. Star Tours Pirates? A couple more times. Pirates is renovating.
Oh, okay. Indy?
Because he hadn't done rides yet.
Mm-hmm.
Indy?
Indy happened, yep.
We did do Indy.
Good. And Lou was like, I met that guy.
Right? When they were doing the video thing, I'm like, that was such a cool dude. But it was because we started late with breakfast and everything, we split up earlier in the day. Like okay. Jack and they did their thing, and then like he went off to do his lightsaber while I was with Jack and the girls, and we did something, and then what's it called? We did the ice cream thing.
Yeah.
Dole Whip.
Yeah, we did Dole Whip.
Dole Whip. Got to do Dole Whip.
Hells yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was good too. There you go. I didn't have to ask the question. She likes Goofy better.
All right.
I just asked her if she's been to that one, and I was like, hey, it's similar to the mini one, and she just responded, I like Goofy better. So I'm guessing I'm so loud, she probably heard me talking about it and knew the question.
But again, like you said, it probably just depends on what kind of characters you like and that type of thing.
I'm going to ask the question, like, why do you like it? What else? Yeah, we split because at that point, after he did his saber, I met up with them. They did that stupid death hell ride that I like.
Mr. Toad.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, I took the little one to go build a droid.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
What droid did she build?
She built an R2, red body, red legs,
black and red legs,
mostly black head,
and red top,
and then black and red highlights the chest arms.
Yeah. And the leg accessories
with the dome thing up top.
Yeah,
satellite,
like a little chopper hat or something. But I bought her the big combo because I wasn't carrying that thing around. So I'm like, yes, I will pay the extra $90 for your backpack. Have fun. But it was cool because we went to Oga's afterwards, and the droid scanner scanned her droid, and her droid was like it was like, uh-oh, we're in trouble.
No droids allowed.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool.
And we were hanging out behind the Blue Milk where the droid bath and stuff is, and it was talking to those droids too. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I wish we would have done that when we built ours. Like,
the pink and the blue.
He did.
Really? And?
Yep.
You didn't die?
Hold on. Which one did I like more? Crap. One of them I liked a lot. The other one I didn't like that much at all. Whichever one has the coconut water in it, whatever, coconut stuff, that one was not as good as the other one. But one of them, I was like, I can slam this.
I think the blue has the coconut water in it, right?
Okay, then the pink one I liked. The pink one I was all like, man, I will slam the hell out of this. The blue one was like, all right, I tried it.
Lou, I'm so sad I didn't get to witness that.
What happened? Oh,
after years of you like, fuck Blue Milk,
bitching
fuck
about
it.
Yep, for real.
And then when you get it shoved down your gullet, you're like, oh, that's not so bad.
Like, that's tolerable. One of them is actually delicious. The other one's tolerable. So that was. But yeah, after let's see, did the droid, then we split. Okay, they did the hell ride, then we did the teacups,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were planning a future thing, like with her dad and that family. So she skipped out on all the other little rides, little 15-minute rides in the kids section, and we met up back with them. And I think that's when we took the monorail, or did we do another Star Tours? We did Star Tours.
We did Star Tours. Then we got on the monorail to go do the downtown Disney shopping. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait, why do you like Goofy more than Minnie? That is mainly because you get to serve yourself versus them serving you. Same reason. There you go.
It was like you guys were meant to be together.
Yep.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, you are missing out right now.
I mean, the way things are played out, we might end up be living together here in 2 months, so we'll see.
New background for Lou.
Yeah, basically. Whether I go to...
How late did you guys stay? Yeah, you have to pick that up. You're going to have to pick that up at Comic-Con.
I'm going to pick up the monkey, yep.
Anyway, so how late were you guys there on Sunday?
Not super.
Man, 5, 6?
5?
No,
yeah.
It was closer. I remember looking down because they got to the store, the big store, just before 6, and she didn't walk out until 6:47.
That's right. She just now checking out. I'm like, we're already eating dinner. Right.
No, you're just about to leave to dinner. You were finishing at the timeshare. You went back there first, didn't you? To pack up everything before you went to dinner? Yeah, so you were there still about to leave. Yeah,
so Lou texted me at 7:03 and said she's finally checking out. I said, what? I'm already in the room pooping.
Yep, they'd already left, did all their things. It was like, man. But she was in there looking for the perfect gift, I guess. And then we went back to the timeshare, packed up all our stuff, and then we checked out as well and hit the road. Got gas. And
you guys had 2 rooms
went to Barstow.
at the timeshare?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we had the one bedroom for us, and then the boy had the couch bed.
Hopefully it was as comfortable as when I was on it.
He said he liked it.
I didn't hear no complaints.
Yeah, I was going to say, he said he liked it.
For couch beds, that's probably one of the best couch beds I've ever.
Yeah, no joke, right? Oh my God, we're at an hour and 50. I didn't realize
we got to wrap it up. We're still back there.
Right.
Still constipated.
Right. Yeah, we didn't even get. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
right. So but that was all right.
Then you guys got on the road and everyone headed back home, to.
Yeah. I came back home with wife and little one.
It seems like they kind of passed us because we were ahead of them for a while, and I think they passed us when we stopped at Barstow for gas and food.
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, you were about half an hour ahead of us. Once you got there, and we showed up a half hour later.
You don't stop on your way home, right, Jack? You're just, we need to get to that.
Not usually. And we went to the Spaghetti Factory.
And they had
so we didn't need to stop. Yeah.
While you guys were
packing. I assume you picked up gas as well in Anaheim. Yeah, okay, there you go. One shot for you guys. But yeah, so that basically that 30 minutes that we stopped in, or we probably would have got there at the same time, that bit that we stopped in Barstow. But yeah, so we got there, unpacked everything, went to bed, and then got up and we were on the road. 9? I think we left your place at 9:45. So
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 9:45. Went to Starbucks to get old girl some coffee, and then got gas and a Burger King breakfast, and took off. Pretty smooth 12-hour, not really a 12-hour drive, but smooth. Yeah, 10. It's closer to 10. It's 700 and something miles. You're averaging like 75, 80 the whole way. So it was about a 10-hour on the road part of it, minus stops. But yeah, it was like Mike said, minus that stupid crack in the windshield. It was a nice, smooth, traffic-free drive for the most part. I took a 3-hour break, and old girl drove through Utah for a little bit. So that way it didn't look like I was kidnapping her in Utah. So it was great. got back and good to go. Took the car back the next day, and here we are. I took the car back. Actually, I kept the car to take it to my interview, and then brought it back after the interview. And then an hour and a half after the interview is when I got the notice that I was being offered the position.
Hell yeah.
Good way to
an hour
end
and
it.
20-minute interview. It was an hour and 20-minute interview, actually, and it was almost 2 hours later. I think I finished at 10:20, and at 12:15, I got the offer. So, back in the game, boys. Back in the game.
Nice.
So, that was that. And then we can – I don't know what else is on your list, Jack, but we probably got to save it for next week.
Shitload, but I was going to have to wait.
That'll be next week. Next week. No more story time is over.
Yep.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys had a good trip, and I'm glad he had a good trip, too, for his 21st.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, he really enjoyed it. I asked him his favorite rides, and he said Incredicoaster was number 1, and I want to say Rise was 2, and then I think it was a tie between Star Tours and Smugglers. He's a Star Wars kid, so obviously those were going to have a little bit of some favoritism. I think Space Mountain was 5.
I think my history is still
worst ride. Two worst rides. One, not the worst. Second, the worst was the teacups. He did not like that. Mainly because he was too big for it. He's a tall kid, so it was hard for him to get comfortable in those seats. And then the second worst ride, or the number 1 worst ride he did not want to do ever again, It's a Small World.
And you're like, well, you ain't never going to Disneyland with me because we do that shit every time.
Every time. The robots kind of freaked them out. Like, they looked a little weird to him. Because obviously he had the repetitive song, but the robots with the blinking, and he was like, yeah, that's a little off-putting. So that was a little too much for him. But he did say he enjoyed it. He's looking, like, if them and their family and all that go back next year, he's looking forward to doing all that. So he did have.
It's important.
All right, gents.
All right, let's wrap this shit up.
I mean, I don't even know how you're going to edit this down, but
who knows?
Yeah, good luck.
We'll see.
It's like,
that's tomorrow Jack's problem.
Tomorrow Jack's problem.
Break it down to 2 episodes.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Do it this weekend.
Two 1-hour episodes, and like have the first part, my story and Duke's story would be part 1, and then we can have the rest of it, Disney and all that.
Do 2 1-hour episodes.
Yeah, the rest of your Disney trip, and then our Disney trip could be the next episode. Plus, we got people.
And you could do 2 this week, even do 1 tomorrow, and then do 1 Wednesday or Thursday.
We'll see. We'll see what Tomorrow Jack thinks.
Yeah. Right, exactly. That's a Tomorrow Jack problem.
All right. That being said,
all right, y'all.
It's almost tomorrow. It's almost tomorrow for somebody. Peace out, kids.
50 more minutes.
Good chat.
50 seconds. 50.
Hey, that just means we have more stuff to talk about next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
3 years from now, we might get caught up.
Right. Eventually.
The space movie. That's my Tuesday movie, so we'll talk about that.
Furious is mine.
So good.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. Bye.